Imagine a steel city rushing across the waves at the speed of a racing boat. This city never stands still. It is always on the move across the endless blue expanses. It is so enormous that if you stood it on end, it would be taller than the highest skyscraper in your city. Its weight is so great that it is difficult even to imagine. It is as if 100,000 large cars were gathered into one giant pile, and this entire behemoth glides easily over the water, cutting through huge waves like a sharp knife through butter. This is an aircraft carrier, the largest and most powerful object humans have ever built for the ocean. When you look at it from afar, it seems like just a long grey strip on the horizon. But as you get closer, you realize it is a veritable mountain of steel. On its flat roof, called the flight deck, 3 football fields could fit. And something amazing is always happening on this deck. It is home to aircraft that can take off and land right in the middle of the ocean. This is not just a ship. It is a floating airfield that always takes its home along. To move such a massive iron structure, it needs an immense amount of power. Hidden inside the aircraft carrier are 2 small but very hot suns. These are nuclear reactors. They heat water, turning it into steam, and this steam turns the giant propellers underwater. These propellers are so large that a single blade is taller than a grown man. Thanks to its power, an aircraft carrier can sail without stopping for 25 years. It doesn't need to pull into a gas station to buy fuel or coal. It just keeps going forward, day after day, month after month. A whole army of people lives on this ship, nearly 5,000 souls. Imagine if all the residents of a small town suddenly decided to move onto one big ship. It has its own chefs, doctors, barbers, and even police officers. To feed all these people, the cooks crack thousands of eggs every day and bake hundreds of kilograms of fresh bread. They have enormous pots that can cook enough soup for an entire class of students at once. Life inside the aircraft carrier never quiets down, even in the middle of the night. The most exciting action happens up top, on the deck. People work there wearing multicolored vests, yellow, green, red, and purple. Each color signifies a vital job. Yellow vests are like traffic controllers on the road. They show the planes where to go. Purple vests are responsible for fuel, so the planes always have the power to fly. Red vests monitor safety and help if something goes wrong. It is like a massive, finely tuned anthill where everyone knows exactly where they belong. A plane taking off from the deck is a true marvel of engineering. An aircraft carrier doesn't have a long concrete runway like a normal airport. Therefore, the plane needs to accelerate very quickly, literally in 2 seconds. To achieve this, a giant slingshot is hidden under the deck. It hooks the plane by its front wheel and thrusts it forward with incredible force. Clouds of white steam erupt from the floor. A deafening roar of the engine sounds, and the iron bird soars into the sky. It is so powerful that your entire body trembles from the thunder. Returning home is even harder than taking off. Imagine having to jump onto a moving mat at full speed. The aircraft carrier's deck is constantly tossing on the waves, and the plane is flying very fast. To keep it from plunging into the water, thick steel cables are stretched across the deck. The plane has a special hook on its tail that must snag one of these cables. The cable tightens, creaks, and stops the multi-ton machine in an instant. This is called a controlled crash, because everything happens very abruptly and requires immense courage from the pilot. Inside this steel giant are massive elevators. They don't carry people, they carry entire aircraft. If a plane needs to rest or be repaired, the elevator lowers it deep down into a vast hangar below the deck. There, mechanics turn wrenches, check engines, and prepare the machines for their next flight. There is so much space in this hall that you could play hide and seek for a week and never be found. An aircraft carrier is not just a machine for war. It is a symbol of what humanity is capable of through great effort and intelligence. When such a ship appears off a coast, everyone understands that a massive force is nearby. It can help people after severe storms, bringing food and medicine to places unreachable by land. It protects peace on the water and ensures that merchant ships can safely transport toys and clothes from one country to another. In the evening, when the sun sets into the ocean, the aircraft carrier looks especially beautiful. Its massive grey hull is painted in shades of pink and orange. Signal lights, like tiny stars, flicker on the deck. The ocean around it seems infinite, but this steel island holds its ground with confidence. It fears neither storms, nor wind, nor giant waves. It is the true king of the ocean, the most powerful and majestic object to ever touch the sea foam.